playoffs, it's been the case since yesterday. So to clarify that for people that may be wondering why he's not being picked up with how powerful he is, well, there is a reason for that. Yeah, the gentleman's ban once again. So we do see right here the actual bans as well: Tremble, Midas, Tempest, and Warbeast. So Serenia taking out the Tempest here, despite them actually the ones playing it well themselves. Interesting. And honestly, Slapped, when I think Slapped, I don't think Tempest. I think more Ophelia and Parasite. Excuse me there, especially as of late. But they take away Tempest.
Yeah, I think that you're right about the Slapped, but he does play an extremely good Tempest, regardless. So, I mean, respecting that here, or maybe just have something else in mind.
There's Pebbles coming out with the Behemoth, the first pick. You see the Magnus and the Parasite, of course. So, yeah, Parasite in the hands of Iceland Go-Go here. You know, Ophelia is still there, but now with a Parasite as well, it makes it a little more tougher of an ask here.
Yeah. I wouldn't really say Parasite is a hard counter to Ophelia. It just makes it more tedious to play. If you're looking to push with Ophelia, you can definitely still do that against the Parasite.
Yeah.
And obviously gank the lanes. So,
yeah. Maybe see Dr. Repulsor is their final choice, actually. But
they go to Tundra.
Yeah.
So they have the Tundra Parasite combination with jumping in the bird and picking people off. I wonder if Provost is going to play the Tundra or not.
Yeah, he's the one with the history. I mean, it's kind of funny. Speaking of sync, you know, obviously Probusk, you go all the way back to, that would have been the Season 2 World Finals.
Denial.
Back with Denial, yeah, where he was playing with most of these guys at least, and he was known for playing that middle role with the Tundra, and had that Parasite combination. So, yeah, for how strong of a combo it actually is, it does, and for how popular especially Parasite is, it's a little surprising to me that we don't see it more, but I think a lot of that comes down to Tundra as an individual hero is both somewhat tough to play, and maybe not the strongest. I mean, I guess he's a strong laner, but is he better than other choices, ultimately? So,
I mean, if we just think the laning phase, I think that he's one of the better 1v1ers in the game.
Yeah.
At least, like he has a good nuke to push out the lane to go and take the runes, and he has good auto attack, good damage, and everything. And I would think that now after this patch, where you can scout Veiled Rots as well, I mean, I would think, I would at least hope that people like look into this hero more, because it's definitely was strong before, and now it's only been getting a lot of buffs. So, and now it should be even more of a reason. Do you know if your Parasite, you're flying around in a bird, can you still see the Veiled Rots? I would think so, right?
That's a great question. I would think so, because I don't think anything of Shiver changes, yeah, other than Parasite's controlling it. So
that's really strong.
Yeah. Wow, look at that, too. So they actually, I was wondering if they're going to ban Ophelia, figuring that they would made it, but they decided not to, and you see XC still decided to go with it.
Yeah.
In the end here, so they
really want what? Huh?
Well, what did they ban instead? They banned Legionnaire, Nymphora, and Solstice. So a couple of other junglers, actually.
Legionnaire, really?
Yeah.
Not often Sync plays that, but okay. I mean, for anything, I would see them ban Ophelia over Legionnaire, but
yeah.
Okay, I mean, it's up to them, I guess.
It is.
They are gonna ban the Clanks now, though. So still, Sync that is. They did ban the Clanks now, so respecting that, despite the nerfs.
That they do. That is interesting to point that out. They taking that. We were talking about that earlier. It wasn't seen at all in the last series, bans or picks, but
yeah.
Different here. I mean, Probus definitely has played it several times before, so not Imba Boy level, but he does have history playing it, so understandable there. So they're thinking about their final pick. They have Swift played, but you know, it doesn't necessarily mean it's their. I guess they need a support actually. So yeah, that is going to be their carry. Okay.
I mean, it might be and it might not be. I mean, they can use Magnus as a hard support. It's kind of iffy, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do that actually this game. So probably looking to a range support here.
Ooh, that's a different one. See, no BMG.
Riftwalker also got some changes in this patch.
Yeah, I was double checking those. What were they? Let's see.
A bit bigger AoE on the Rift Burn and something like that.
Yeah, the pulse of it actually was decreased in time, so thus making it more damage quicker even. So, okay, so the total damage remains the same, but it just happens a lot more quickly, second and a half more quicker apparently. So yeah, it's he did get a minor. I would call that more of a minor buff, honestly. Nothing too crazy with it, but it's still a buff nonetheless. As what was it, Rhapsody? Yeah, Rhapsody final pick here on the other side. So, all right, but Riftwalker, again, it's different here. But Serenia going to be playing it.
I would say that it's a good pick just this game, simply because they have the Tundra, having the bird and scouting out behind the enemy team before they take part in any fight. They can definitely see what heroes are there, and thus setting up the perfect counter-initiate with a wormhole.
Mm-hmm.
Had they not had the Tundra, I would be like, oh my god, why are they picking Riftwalker? But I actually kind of like it now, seeing as they have that in the team. Haxorn's going to be playing it, by the way.
All right, so yeah, Haxorn, they're mid-player nowadays, so yeah, he's going to be the one assigned to it in the end. Look at that sync. They I almost got a little interested there, but they just walk past the Conqueror pit there. Gonna scout out the Legion jungle. I gotta say, if they actually tried for a Conqueror here, honestly, it might have actually worked, but it's obviously a very risky thing, so not gonna go for that here. In the end, they'll just clear the Legion jungle, but the lanes for the Legion side, I mean, not often we see this, honestly, I feel like from a lot of these more known teams, but they just simply set up in their lanes, and they're just like, all right, we're waiting. But
yeah, I mean, Sync is doing a little bit of warding here, but I mean, from Fresh side, they're playing a bit passive. See a lot of wards actually coming into the jungle here from Sync.
Insania likes this new ward placement over here at the bottom one. I've seen it now do this a couple times today. Huh.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically does what if you place it in the middle, this ward basically does the same thing. Every hero, I mean, you have that slight path at the top there, but the chances of anyone walking through there and not going into vision is really low. So, I mean, it's just a ward that is very hard to counter. So, I kind of like it because it should spot out the same things as the one that should have been placed in the mid. Mm-hmm. Right. Laning phase has started though, so should talk about that probably.
Well, there we are. No bottom. Oh my gosh, actually, Behemoth in a little bit of trouble right here. Spin coming out. You saw the pull there from Riftwalker with that Cascade event, but in the end, not enough to secure a kill. The pathing from the Swiftblade for Spin was a little off there. So thus Behemoth is going to be fine. But you see off the bat, though, I mean, Riftwalker really boxing him out here.
I find it interesting that Keisu decided to get a hatchet and not a shield. I mean, I figured he would get, shield and no hatchet, or both, but it's going to take a lot of harass from this Riftwalker.
Yeah.
Just simply because of that.
Yeah, also, interesting about Riftwalker herself, she actually chose not to get her W first. I mean, obviously wanted the Q maybe to try to get a kill with Swiftplay, but I think that W, Root of Z, of course, from BMG, he has history with this hero, and I want to say he likes to get that early on and use that for the harassment tool. It's a very powerful one, and it constantly slows them. Allows you to get more auto attacks in, but
it's tough to say if they would have gotten the kill in the end, if he had that. But I'm pretty sure they would have been closer to the kill. But I don't know if they would have gotten it. Mm-hmm. So there's that. See Behemoth stacking the Ancients, figuring that okay, bottom lane's nothing for me. Gonna stack the Ancients and sit behind mid now. Look, but Tundra is kind of hard to kill though, so there's that thing also. But they do have 3 heroes, so they should be able to kill Tundra, regardless. Legion had the ward down there from Serenia at the bot, so they do know it's happening. I'm sorry.
Well, I caught that on camera. So Zibe managed to stun in with Parasite, and Ophelia was literally trapped right here in the creep pull that she was doing, or just I guess more so the creep camp that she was farming. And They just happen to collapse on top first. She got trapped in there and then eventually killed. Now, middle lane, you talk about this. They're trying to go for Tundra. He's hard to kill, though. In fact, might get a turn kill here. Oh, he gets the turn kill first on a Pebbles. He does die, but I think about 1 for 3 exchange. You get a kill on their main farming hero. Yeah, you'll take that.
Something very worthy to note. Mickey has been playing the Pebbles all of the games so far in this today, but now it's only me playing it. Mickey is on the Doctor Repulsor.
Why did Parasite? That wasn't. Did he DC?
DC?
I feel like Iceland Go-Go DC'd here. Because that was maybe not, but so they were going for a kill on a Dr. Repulsor, and I came there late, but Doctor was literally down to about 10% of his life, and they were diving the tower. Magnus ended up dying because he dove a little too far with it, but Parasite was right next to him in a Minotaur. He came out of the Minotaur and then just ran away, yet he didn't even try to leech him to try to finish him off or anything. That, I mean, from what I saw, it seemed like that something was off there, and I feel like they should have had that kill, but, well, they don't.
There's been a few issues with DCs today, so I wouldn't really put it past it, but I don't know.
Oh, well.
I wasn't watching the whole situation.
Yeah, well, Doctor.
Very likely the case. They didn't type anything in the chat, though, so I figured that would have been the case if that he really DC. So.
Yeah, as you're pointing out, though, Mickey again on the Doctor Repulsor here with Matthias on the Pebbles. Obviously, again, Matthias is a great Pebbles player, too, and do work. But, well, by the way, look at this Ophelia right here. That's a huge farm for her. Gets a triple stack with the Vulture Lord. That's always fun. And is able to take that out. And so Lap's farm actually recovers a bit right there after the death early on. That's good for X.
Mickey has definitely been... oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's fine.
Mickey is definitely influenced by Dota 2 right here. No points in opposite charges. This is exactly how you do in Dota 2 on the Storm Spirit. It's interesting.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to give him a bit better laning presence. I mean, because you usually don't use the opposite charges in the laning phase. So, I mean, but I mean, as far as ganking, I mean, it's going to be slightly nerfed, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense. As you point out there, this isn't necessarily a lane where he's looking to make kills happen, to be fair. So, you know, having a tool that's what the purpose of it is, doesn't really enhance your farm. It makes sense not to get it, but, you know, right here where if he had it, you know, maybe he could have tried for a play. And, well, he's going to get a play out of this anyways. Magnus stuns in, though. To follow up, he is in a lot of... He didn't go Steam Bath, actually. They had Dust anyways, which they even used, so it didn't matter there, but nice collapse onto him.
Yeah. Right there it didn't matter, but it's just interesting to see.
Yeah.
I feel like not many Doctor players would have skilled the way he does right now. That's just why I'm pointing it out in the first place.
Absolutely. As X-Sync gets the top tower kill on top of it, so they get an early lead right here. A nice 2,300 gold lead coming out for them. You got the... Yeah, it's one thing to get these heroes individually, Pebbles and Ophelia, but especially together. And too bad Quincy's not here, but something tells me it would be a very high win percentage, even at the top tier play for this team. So, out of practice or not, I mean, that's always still a very, very deadly combo to go up against and the players and playing in. Now, again, Matthias is playing the Pebbles, but still, I still think it kind of stands here. Swiftblade, how is he doing, though? I mean, he essentially is having free farming. He's nearly 400 gold per minute, so he is doing great. But, man, Dr. Repulsor, it's just even higher.
Yeah, with the tower kill and those 2 kills, it's really reflecting the GPM right there.
Middle
Think
lane.
of Swiftblade, there's no... Oh, sorry.
Well, it's setting up middle, but never mind. Tundra's going to be fine here for now, at least.
I mean, they really want to kill the Tundra. I think they will be able to. They're going to go right now.
Stogmite's hit, Fissure stun, it's in range, and yes, he chucks him back in. Insanity.
Everything kind of lined up perfectly right there.
Mm-hmm.
So, great job by them.
Yeah, 4 heroes coming together. He sets up an easy kill, so yeah, X-Sync, it seems like they found their groove once again here in Game 2. This is looking very similar to what they were doing against Complexity. In that second and third game especially. You know, again, obviously, that's the same story. They lost the first game against Complexity, and in the end, They came back though in game 2 and 3. They got the early starts and they just snowballed with it. So here we are in game 2 now of the grand finals, down 1-0, the same exact thing. And they're off to a pretty good start here now. Game 2.
I wouldn't see it really stopping either with the hero compositions they have. I mean, they have full out on aggressive and tower pushing and healing and everything. So, I mean, it's definitely a really good draft here coming out from Insania.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they get off to an early lead, I don't see that stopping, really. I mean, because why would it? I mean, they have all the aggressive things they need. So.
Well, we do have a level 6 Hacks right now on Tundra, so he has his Avalanche here. You got Parasites, actually, kind of the 1,500 gold saved up. Again, they have that combination also with him being able to take over the Shiver and maybe set something up. So there's openings here for the Legion team.
Yeah, that is true, but they're looking to do something here mid. I don't want to get into a conversation right now. Maybe. Okay. Well, as I said, like the Shiver, first of all, he's only got it level 1. That's kind of underpowered. So, I mean, it's not really worth it jumping into a Shiver level 1. Second of all, this early on to the game, you have to look at what heroes Parasite can kill, and you see Rhapsody with a bolstering armband. I mean, there's no real hero he can kill, especially since they didn't max out the leech. So, he is actually going to jump in the Shiver anyway, so, okay. I mean, it's kind of like you have to see Shiver as Parasite going alone and killing people. I mean, this is usually like good combo when Parasites go Codex, but no Parasites go Codex lately, so I don't know. It's still a good combo, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It does seem like it's more of that style, the dive bomb where you're going in for the quick kill, the Air Force, whatever you want to call it, jumping in with a Shiver and bouncing out of it and just blasting them with the Codex or something, or that Lex before that got nerfed. So, but not really a popular thing nowadays. So I wonder if maybe Iceland Go-Go will switch something up, or if it's going to go more of the puzzle box build here instead. You see the Ward of Sight right here that was literally just placed by Insania. That is going to see him, I assume, flying over right here. So,
yeah,
this gank attempt going to be probably unsuccessful.
Now, if Tundra decided to max out the Call of Winter, he would have an Invis to work with. So there's that too. But I don't think maxing out the piercing charge is definitely like wrong or something. But he was in a 2v1 lane, I would say. Yeah, he was in pretty much 2v1 lane with Behemoth roaming as well. So when you're struggling, I see no point in maxing your piercing charge. But if it was like a straight up 1v1 and everything was even and stuff, you definitely want to max it out. But I don't know. It's hard to tell.
What do you think of Swiftplay, by the way, going for the first item Energizer here to go follow with the Ghost Mode? Again, I feel like this is very pro-Busk, but is this the best choice this game?
Yeah, it's definitely the best choice if he wants to group up with his team right now, because it's definitely giving him the movement speed he needs, the HP he needs, the mana he needs. It's just like a really solid item for Swiftplay 9 minutes into the game. But if he's working towards the late game, I would say that's the wrong item choice, because then you probably want to go something like Abyssal Skull Firebrand-ish. Yeah. But yeah, if the point of them is to go and group up, like at least take a small fight in the near future, I would say there's no better item to purchase. So there's that.
All right, well, here we go. Insania puts the unpause out, and again, this Parasite infesting the Shiver right here. Pretty obvious he was seen, so not going to be able to really get at least a quick gank out of it. It's going to roam around with us some more and see about maybe catching somebody else. But
I mean, you see the Shiver moving really slow, though, because of the level 1
True.
Call of Winter. So, okay.
It's probably better off just striding around at this point.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. Makes sense. Choose bottom lane. Swiftblade's waiting right here to see if maybe somebody's going to come and deny. Look at Casey, though. He even calls it out in chat. And he knows something's up. Oh, gosh. He's going to make him take as much damage as possible. But in the end, Swiftblade will get the tower kill and then fall back before anything crazy happens right there. That's a crazy Riftwalker effect, speaking of that. What is that?
Yeah.
That was his Rift Burn, yeah.
Yeah, Riftwalker level 6 now, so he does have the wormhole to work with now as well. For counter pushing and stuff. What?
Pickup by Swiftplay, by the way. He actually picked up a Beast Heart right here.
Is he going the Parasite again?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, I don't... maybe, but yeah, action picking up here.
Oh, wow, this is...
With the Invis and Haste.
Yeah, that's a nice combo to have. Okay, he's like, I want this target. Oh, is that enough? Oh, boy. I mean, that was his best bet, to be fair, but, man, the fact that she just barely lived, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, he couldn't stay longer. He would have gotten Avalanche and Swiftblade ulted, so, I mean, I kind of had to try for it, but something tells me that if it was Mickey playing the Pebbles, he would know to auto-attack one more time. So, I mean, it's kind of a decision, because he definitely had time to do that auto-attack, but if you don't go for it right away, you're not going to have time, so...
Well... Yeah, I was going to say maybe open with an auto attack first even. Like, you figure they wouldn't be able to react that quickly. And then do your combo, then get the second auto attack off as the last second, and then run. But, yeah, I mean, again, that would have been a very, very heads-up play. And right
Indeed.
there. Just shy, so.
Speaking of the Parasite on Swift, I don't know what to think of it. It's definitely, like, gives you a lot of health. If the Pebbles has a portal key, I mean, having the Parasite gives you a lot of, or not a lot of, just a bit of health, you know, the extra bit of health that might be enough for you to survive against the Pebbles combo. So in that sense, it's pretty good, seeing as the other items he would have probably purchased would be Firebrand and Abyssal Skull, and none of that gives you HP. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, there's something to it, but once you activate this, that's like a free Grimoire for the entire enemy team, so... You're going to be dropping pretty fast.
Yeah. I think it goes without saying, it's a risky item pickup. I mean, the increased damage you take alone, of course, speaks for that. You see bottom lane, man, X-Sync is hoping somebody was coming down here, but in the end, nobody is. I guess they have the triple stack Ancients they can rotate over to. It's exactly where we're going here. Dr. Repulsor going to lead the way with that. Pebbles, probably want him to clean it up. Did he just get the portal key, or? No, he must have, yeah.
Yeah, he has it.
Gotcha. So it's going to be... I'm guessing
same with Behemoth. Behemoth has his portal key now as well.
Oh, nice. Oh, got that too. Yeah, so that's going to be really good timing. The Icon just finished on Doctor, so this is a lot of things are really coming together nicely here for X-Sync.
Yeah, they definitely want a team fight right now, seeing as Legion didn't really get their items yet. See Astrolabe on Parasite, though, to try to counter-heal the initiations of Hellborn.
See Swiftblade pushing out the bottom lane. Middle lane is where they're at, though, is X-Sync. They're moving around here. Seeing about finding somebody. That somebody could be Tundra. That's probably Tundra. Yeah, he's going to be jumped here. Oh, that was awkward. Kind of screwed that up a little bit. Doesn't really matter. Just made it take a little bit longer there, but that could have been bad. Ooh, Doctor. Wow. Almost jumped him, actually, but he's able to get away before. And now here comes a team. And Iceland Go-Go is going to be cut off here. Oh, boy. Yep, that's going to be found. And can he infest? No, he cannot. Good jump there from X-Sync. So it begins. The train and the pain. That's what it ports out.
I mean, they got 2 blinks at the same time, as well as the Icon. I mean, Legion hasn't really finished their items yet to be ready to fight. So, I mean, this is definitely... Every fight that Sync takes right now, I think they're going to win.
Oh, boy, this could be big, too. Look at Behemoth. He's setting up middle lane. And here we go. They're going to TP in. He puts a stun out. Will it be enough? Lockdown. It doesn't look like it. Misses stuff from Pebbles. And now Swiftly go for the turn. The Riftwalker ultimate came out, actually. They were not in the greatest position, though. Magma still eruption. He couldn't get it off in time. And him and Riftwalker fall. Man, both, if one of those landed, especially both of them, that could have been a huge turn for Fresh, but neither one did.
Indeed. Seemed like their communication was a bit off there, because everyone seemed to do different things. I mean, Probosk kind of juked some spells. He wanted to go in, and Serenia kind of wanted him to run towards the river, but he kept running towards mid, and then Magnus came in, and I don't know, nothing really worked there.
Yeah.
At the same time, Sync missed a lot of spells too, so I mean, I'm not going to say that they played it really good too, but yeah, I think that Mint just weren't communicating properly there. See almost Alchemist Bones on Ophelia right now. What do you think of that?
That's interesting. Not a usual build, but I mean, she is more of that supportish kind of utility hero, right? Where she has Ring of Sorcery in the Astrolabe. I mean, sure, she can still get a Storm Spirit, especially things like that. But I mean, Alchemist Bones, it is a good item to have this game against Parasite. So, granted, he didn't go Puzzle Box.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, do you really want to take him out of the creeps he's in right now? I don't think so.
Maybe he's still expecting him to get Puzzle Box.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for it, but... Oh, Parasite. He's trying to live this whole time, and watch this. He's still skating around. They've used everything, basically, to try to kill him here, and they still haven't been able to. I think they're finally going to in the end, but man, it's taking a while. Meanwhile, middle lane, there's a fight breaking out, actually, so they finally kill Parasite. They do lose Dr. Repulsor in the middle lane, however, and they're going to continue to chase. Port back onto Rhapsody. Is it going to be in time? It's a long cast duration. It will be in time. And now Ophelia being chased back, but she does have that support coming, so Mint is going to turn around themselves. Well, they got Doctor at least.
Yeah, I was watching that. They barely scouted him out with the Thunderbird, and as they found him, he went on the Riftwalker and immediately got avalanched, and Swiftblade started spinning on him and everything. Rhapsody came there, but ulted as he died, so that was really unfortunate. Otherwise, he would have been able to escape, so yeah.
Man, Swiftblade, I can't help but think, you know, if you went for more of just a raw farming item, like the Rune Cleaver even, or just how much different his GPM would be and how much better he would be right now in farm, but he went for more of a combat style, and sure, it's, you know, it's hindsight, and I guess the assist right there, maybe he wouldn't have got that in the first place, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to recover with this build. I mean, it feels like that they're all in on him, and he didn't go a build that's going to allow him to really flash farm here.
I don't know. I've seen Proboss get an Elder Parasite. Oh, they're going to make action happen, though.
They find Parasites, speaking of that, and he's dead shortly after. You see Swiftblade running over, runs right by Pebbles, letting him know that he's there. He is going to be fine, though, as they choose not to commit further.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about Probosk and the Parasite. Like, he seemed to have a phase where he never bought the item, and just recently I've seen him in another game buy an Elder Parasite too. I don't know, is this a change of mind, or I mean, because I don't think he's the kind of player that would pick up the item.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It does feel very odd. We see here at the top lane, he's realizing that he has to get out of here, as, yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. Spins and TP, so I think they spent a little bit of time being distracted by that, but at the same time, their lead is pretty big. And again, this is feeling exactly like Game 2 and 3 of the Complexity series. Now, Sync has this lead, they're controlling the map, and Fresh is finding themselves really, really difficult times to get some farm. Now, they're actually pushed out pretty far as I say that, and looking for a play to make. But doesn't look like they're going to get, unless they maybe get bottom here on Behemoth.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think he can kill the Swiftblade alone. He has a bit too much HP, and that's where the Elder Parasite comes in. I mean, if he didn't have that and something like a Abyssal Firebrand instead, he probably would have been able to kill him, but he's going to try for it.
Well, Pebbles helps there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I thought I didn't see Pebbles in time because I was having my camera still on Swift. They're going to counter-initiate, though.
Yeah.
Or not.
Without Swiftblade, obviously they lose a lot of damage. And actually him second-guessing himself, this could backfire now. Because here comes Sync as a team, and yeah, they're going to jump in, try to make a catch right here. Eruption going out for Magnus at least. Trying to get a play out of this, but he didn't actually stun follow-up. He finally does on a Doctor, but it's way too late. Fresh is just falling to pieces here. They're going to vote to concede. GG, well played. We're going to a Game 3.
Oh.
That was an ugly finish for sure for Fresh, but I mean, X-Sync, they just had so much control of the game, and it was clearly just snowballing once again. So, well,
I mean,
here we are.
Fresh ended with one tower kill, which they got pretty early on to the game, and 3 kills only. They didn't seem to get anything working in this game. Sync was just on top of everything, I would say. The early roams and the laning and everything.
And here we go, game number 3. I mean, this is going to decide it, guys. Again, there's no advantages. This isn't anything else other than just simply a straight-up best-of-3 series. So this will do it now. We get our third and final game to decide whether or not Fresh is going to be able to keep